Hello and welcome to the video series on how to care well for our community. My name is Shannon Rickert. I'm the Director of Care Ministries at Chapel Hill and a licensed mental health counselor. And I want to thank you for joining the conversation on how to best care for the people in our community. Our hope in providing these video resources will equip you with the knowledge to care well for the people in your life. This short video series will cover issues like how to navigate grief, marital issues, or other crisis concerns. In my work as care director and counselor, I often find myself in conversations with those I work with saying things like, how do I help my spouse with parenting or their mental health? Or my child is really struggling, or what do I do? I'll be honest, it's not always a quick answer. Every situation has variables that require some deep dive conversation. But at the bare minimum, there are certain things that we do in all cases in care. So in this video, I will guide you through some of the basics of care so you can be effective in this way. The first point I want to make is that in relation to care, we at Chapel Hill believe in caring for people holistically. That means healing requires we look at the whole person. Does the person you're caring for require basic needs like food or shelter? Or on the flip side, do they have a lot of questions about God, or maybe there's religious trauma? Maybe it's an issue of isolation where a person really needs a healthy and safe community. But there's something else that's more important than just knowing the needs, and this is the great mystery. Are you ready? We must understand that what people really need is your ministry of presence. How are you responding to someone who shares something difficult that maybe they've never shared before? Think about that. What do you do? I've heard from many people that sometimes they share a deep personal struggle and they feel the other person is backing away from them. Or the first response is, I have a great book for you to read. While it may seem normal to say something like that, you're actually telling the other person that what they are saying is not that important, and at a deeper level that you're uncomfortable. But here's what we really need to do. Attend to the person at that moment. Lean in, look into their eyes, listen, and with your body and your ears. Get into the moment by trying to find something in yourself that connects to the story, the emotion, and even the pain. If they cry, give them a tissue and be present. There's so much you can say by not saying anything. Even in silence, there's presence. If this is hard for you, all you have to do is ask for the Holy Spirit to help you. It's also important to note that if you really want to care for another person, you must check your biases. Those biases are pesky judgments you're making in your head that sound like, well, if they would only do this or that, things would be better. Or at least they have, and you can fill in the blank. They are no longer present for a person if you're stuck in your head. As a counselor who works with couples, I say to my clients, try to listen to your spouse without editing. To care for someone effectively, you have to sometimes get out of your own head. There are other challenges that make caring for someone difficult. You might struggle with codependency, which is the tendency to try and fix another person. A clue to potential codependency is thinking things like, if I can't solve their problem, then I failed. But the reality is that it's not your problem to fix, it's God's. Your job is to care and be present, offering suggestions. If they're asking for suggestions, then you can give them suggestions, or maybe sometimes you just need to pray. Another consideration in caring for others is knowing your boundaries. To care well, you must first assess your own limitations, your own understanding of various issues a person is dealing with. If you have someone in your life that is struggling with difficult mental health issues, you don't need to be a counselor if that's not your vocation. But you can take them to their therapy appointment if you have the capacity. Caring for someone isn't a straightforward, linear process. Sometimes it's steps forward or a step back. In any case, how you act in those moments with someone who has shared something difficult in their life, what's most important is showing you care. Your ministry of presence is attending, listening with your body and your ears, not judging or editing in your mind what's being said. Caring is knowing your limitations and boundaries and recognizing that the battle is God's to fight. You need only be still and present for the person you're caring for. If you need more information about how to care well for people in your life, I want to encourage you to reach out to the Chapel Hill Care Team or sit down with one of our pastors or one of our talented church leaders. We're also going to list some resources for you in the comment section of this video, which can include books, podcasts, YouTube content, to help you on your way to caring well. I want to thank you again for watching this video. We are praying for you as you care for others.